Hi, reading friends. It's that time again. Of course, I've got a reading challenge going on because when don't I have one going on? This is actually sort of a continuation of the reading trials, bookie trials, which I did back in the summer, I think, or spring, something like that. I don't remember how long it's been. This is the Winter Quest, and it's meant to be a less is more reading challenge. So you're trying to get away with as few books as possible. I've been able to get it down to two. There was just one prompt that I couldn't cover with the book I had picked out. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, actually. So the book I'm reading for the majority of the prompts is called Late Night Partners by Fennel Stewart, recommended to me by my daughter, and that'll come up again in a minute. So I'm going to read through the prompts that this is covering, and then there's just one prompt that I had to get another book for. I'm also doing the In December review challenge in December. That is a focus on getting book reviews for independent authors who really rely on those reader reviews on like Goodreads and Amazon and BookBub and places like that to help their sales. They don't have a big publishing house pushing for them, so they need readers to step in and help promote. So these books are both indie books, so they're both going to also fit into my In December, which I'm still working on filling out that bingo card. So that will come later. But for right now, we're going to talk about the Winter Quest. The first prompt that Late Night Partners fulfills is the Queen's Armada. This is where you're supposed to team up and buddy read a book. My daughter, Margaret, is the indie queen in my family. She has a BookTube channel in which she exclusively reviews independent books. So she's my buddy for Late Night Partners. We're buddy reading that one together. Orc Eves, you're supposed to read a book with an LGBTQIAP character, and according to Margaret, this book fills that requirement as well. Beacon of Hope, you're supposed to drink a warm drink or light a candle while you're reading, and since I always have a candle lit at this time of year in my house, I'll be fine. Candles and a cup of tea, kind of a nighttime thing around my house. Serpentine Allegiance, you're supposed to read a book recommended by a booktuber or a blogger. My daughter's a booktuber. She picks the book we're buddy reading. Done. I'll put her link to her booktube channel in my comments. Or in the video description. Rural Haven. Pick a favorite genre or an author you've given 5 stars to. I have a lot of genres that I like and I tend to gravitate towards. I'll read anything, but there's several that I will choose and go looking for actively, and paranormal fiction is one of them. And I don't know if you can see the picture very well, but the character on the picture is a vampire. So paranormal, it works for me to include that as that. Rural Haven. Eastern Escape, you're supposed to read a book by a marginalized author, and again, Margaret assures me that Fennel Stewart qualifies. Marginalized based on gender identity, race, cultural background. Grave's End, read a book containing themes of death or containing death. I'm stretching that one maybe a little bit because vampires in my book, vampires are the undead, so they're kind of dead. So yeah, I'm stretching that one just the tiniest bit to include that book. The Glacial Pass, this is the one that I'm not using Late Night Partners for, so I'll come back to that one in a minute. Desolate Ruins. You're supposed to read a book you already own or a book that is freely available to you, free at the point of reading. I had already bought this book based on Margaret's recommendation, and then we decided to include it. So that's the one I'm using there. And I bought it before the reading challenge started, obviously. Demonic Residue. Read a book containing one or more animals or magical beasts. Again, I'm stretching it just the tiniest bit by counting vampires as magical beasts. And The Dark Shard, read a book containing a morally gray character or villainous main character. I did some digging, and there are definitely characters in this book that qualify as morally gray. So we're going to count, again, Late Night Partners for everything except for, like I said, Glacial Pass. This is a book, you need to pick a book that contains winter or snow themes. This is another one that came recommended from my darling daughter and will be a part of the In December fantasy. That's what I'm using it for with my In December challenge. Prince Norolf by J.T. Harris. There's snow on the cover, so I'm going to assume it works. I don't know much about the book other than that, other than the fact that Margaret loved it. So super quick video today just to give you that Winter Quest update. I will be posting the link to the Winter Quest down in the video description. I will also put the link to Megan Tennant's Twitter she's the one that has organized in December and has a lot of really good stuff on her Twitter feed about that. I will include Margaret Adele's booktube link down in the video description as well. Other than that, have a great